All right, your American Council Education Credit or College Credit Recommendation for Services. ACE College Credit Recommendation Services. Guide to initiating a credit review. American Council of Education, 1 DuPont Circle, Northwest Suite, 250 Washington, D.C., 20036, w.acenet.edu. w.acenet.edu/credit, credit info at acenet.edu, not 202-939-9494. All right, table of contents. Type of evaluations, applicability to process. The guidelines participating organizations suggested documentation of review. For review, credit services frequently asked questions. Or the American Council for Education College Credit Recommendations Services or Credit would like to thank you for the interest in becoming part of the elite network of the organization. Credit will establish the connection workplace learning with colleges and university by helping adults gain access to academic credit for the formal course examination taken by the outside traditional degree programs. In 1974, colleges and universities had trusted ACE to provide reliable course equivalency information to facilitate credit award decisions. Credit has successfully worked for thousands of the corporate learning programs offered by the Fortune 500 companies, professional volunteer associations, schools, training suppliers, labor unions, government agencies. Decided experience to give it the credit faculty elevators have the ability to access any organization high-quality training programs determine if they are successful transfer to the college credit. The credit recommendation carries benefits for each of the program. These three types of participants. For the organization, you've the distinguished ACE brand to gain the national recognition and provide with the quality with the trainer, recruit with the retained employee that provide greater access for the higher education offered employees pursuing higher education, flexible, portable, efficient transfer of credits for post-secondary institutions. Create a leverage educational partnership with the employer training providers. Connect AC credit recommendations to the degree program. Support adult learning with educational goals. For adult learners, utilize flexible, portable, efficiency transfer of credits to attain extra educational career goals. Shorten path to the degree completion. The guide of initiating credit review is designed to assist the new return organization that prepare the review process. All right, types of evaluations. So for the credit offer, the following types of evaluation: course evaluations, examination evaluation, reviews of the demand, authorized instruction site, authorized test provider. Course evaluation: review on the contents, scope of the rigor, assessment of the training programs, apprenticeship, the non-accredited general education course. For the other type of the course, that determine the alignment with the post-secondary programs. Course evaluation may be conducted in-site or virtually. Examination evaluation review of the content, scope of the rigor, examination, certification, proficiency testing, and other types of assessment determine alignment with the post-secondary programs. Examination elevation may only be conducted on site. All right, review at a demand. With the virtual courses reviewed is designed for organizations seeking to review more than 20 courses. Please consult the ACE staff to see if the organization qualifies for the type of the review. Authorized instruction site or authorized test provider. Periodically, an organization may offer the course for the already hold ACE credit recommendations. In these situations, the authorized instruction site approvals for the course and authorized test provider for the examination. If the organization of the authorized instruction site or the authorized test provider status, please contact ACE staff for the appropriate handbook. The authorized instruction site and authorized test provider are not further discussed in this document. All right, eligibility process. Determining the eligibility complete with the credit onboard process is done with the 5 easy steps. The representative of the ACE corporate alliances and credit evaluation team works hand in hand with the organization to support them and answer the questions during the stay. Determine the eligibility to participate. Credit criteria is eligible. Or you determine whenever the organization educational program compatible with the credit standard. If the organization required to demonstrate that they continue to meet the eligible criteria in order to maintain participation in the program for every 3 years. To be eligible, the organization must be compatible with the ACE Center of Education Attainment and Invitation, be properly licensed, demonstrate the history of the bona fide operation, have been engaged with enrolling learners, delivering courses programs at least 2 years, own course content, and have appropriate approvals. Or have appropriate rules. All right, 2. Consult with the ACE Credit Corporate Alliance representative. The Credit Corporate Alliance team will contact you schedule the consultation to discover the organization eligibility. During the consult with the ACE staff will obtain the additional information required to move forward with the application process. 3. The application package and review readiness fee. The course elevation requires the following items upon application. Credit application to participate. The participate eligible form, course data forms, review readiness form, readiness fee, and examination and evaluation require the following items to be upon completion. Credit application to participation eligibility form, quality assurance and questionnaire, examination data form, and review readiness form fee. Credit offers a variety of the payment option with the available method of check with a credit card, wire transfer, and purchase order or contract. Please consult with the credit staff before selecting the payment method to ensure the proper procedures are followed. 4. Eligibility visit and call. Prior scheduling elevation, each organization must participate in eligible meeting to verify that the course exams are prepared with a credit review. This usually conducted with the organization headquarters or led by the ACE staff. Over a half a day, the ACE staff will work on the organization and establish the dates for the meeting. During the eligibility for the meeting, the ACE staff validate with the readiness of the organization for the review. This includes the following: verifying the organization has met the criteria for the eligibility to participate, review of the sample of the course of the examination, gain a broadening understanding of the relationship of the course examination to the organization, identify the circumstances of the concern that may be addressed prior to the review, answer the questions regarding preparation for the review itself. Each organization may prepare for meeting, provided the following: support documentation, policy, instruction, resumes, etc. List of the meeting with the participants, course developed with registrators, training managers, instructors, psychometricians, etc. Tour of learning environment and or facility, sample of one completed course or set of examination materials, suggested documentation for review section, logistic for travel, if applicable. One of the eligible is conform the organization ready for the undergo review. Please review the appropriate documentation, the guidance of review process, course evaluation handbook, examination evaluation handbook. The statement of the work. The credit will review the submit the data form with the determine the course alignment with the academic disciplines. Identify the number of the evaluators required for the review. Review the written response within the form of the statement of work. The statement of work includes the summary of the cost list of the course review. Exam reviews provide explanation of ACE general provision. The statement of work is valid for 90 days. All right, the footnote: if the courses are delivered online, please be prepared to provide an access to the Learning Management System Guide initiating credit review guidelines for participating organization. Credit recommended lifespan. If the credit recommended by the organization course for the effective date will be the first day of the month which the evaluation takes place. For example, the review occurred with the August 12th, 2015. The effective date of the course will be August 1st, 2015. Credit recommendations expire 3 years after the evaluation date. The evaluation is not conducted prior to the expiration of the recommendation, but the course may be ended date with the organization may result with the credit with the staff of the writing. All changes that may be to the course titles, content delivery no later than 30 days before change be implemented during each of the 3-year period. Credit recommendations are specifically participating organization approved points to deliver. The participation organization required to apply for approval when courses are delivered to the location not listed approved. Original application. This includes, but are not limited to, the branch off of the franchise organization delivering these courses through the contractual license agreements. Whenever any other the participating organization seeks to be eligible, the credit recommendation for the course evaluated, the entity must apply with becoming the authorized instructional site, authorized testing provider. The authorized instruction site and the authorized testing provider applicants will be required to participate on-site assessment to ensure compliance with the standard required for the participation in the credit program. Organization granted for the authorized instruction site, authorized training testing provider status are responsible for all the fees associated with the application on-site assessment and applicable annual fees. The ACE right to review. ACE shall have the right to, with a reasonable advance notice, to conduct audit to determine the compliance with the program guidelines. The ACE reserve the right to review any of the program terminate with the recommendation upon finding with the program costing course or offerings non-consistent with the goal standard with the ACE and its credit program. On determination of any of the recommendation provided with the program must immediately comply with the directive of the ACE regarding the removal of any sort of notice for the public concern credited recommendation. ACE agree with to keep the property information disclosed by potential participating organization confidential. Suggested documentation for review. These lists is not meant to be exhaustive. That it's likely that the organization will include additional to all type of the documentation evidence of the course evaluation syllabus. The course outlines course schedule list with prerequisites. Any course completion requirements or other requirements must be met in order to gain admission to these courses. Required reading, textbooks, videos, lectures, tutorials, assignments, graded or non-graded homework, quizzes, written papers, projects, exam, case studies, performance evaluation, breakdown of how final scores are determined, and rubrics, get some sample of the student's completed work of all the above, the current student handbook, current instructor handbook, current catalog of the course bulletin, examination evaluation. One master set of the exam materials must be displayed available to the faculty evaluation team. The following items should be included: examination booklets, technical manual, score report, test information, brochure, practice test, examination, any appropriate supplemental material, the testing tools, scoring keys, printed copy of the credit examination data form. By psychometrician, the organization is required to general information about the examination, rational purpose of the examination, national institution affiliation, principal, author, and consultant. Specification for the define the domains of the content, skill, developability of the example, samples, statement of the example to emphasize each of the content, skills, and abilities to the information of each of the tasks in term end item, include the exam information about the adequacy of the items of the exam, sample of the due for the domain, information about whether and how the items were pre-tested before inclusion into the final form. Items analysis, result of the item, difficulty, discrimination, correlation with external criteria, reliability, information score, reliability, easy essay items, errors, classification with single, multiple cut scores are used. Evidence availability, connected, related criteria, related construction, if appropriate, rational for the particular cut score and recommendation. Evidence for the reasonable appropriateness of cut score recommended procedure recommended for the user for the establishing their own cut score, granting the college credit, possible test basis. Information on norms and normative groups, if appropriate, evidence of the time limit appropriate for the exam and is not unduly sped, provision of the standard administration of the examination, direction of the scoring, provision for the examination, security information of the concerning representative of the exam items, scoring keys, other relevant information. All right, the following items that are not required are also recommended effective different content sample, effective testing of the different occasions, equivalency of the form score of the stability over the time, irrelevant scores of the difficulty affecting test scores, the rational of the kind of the test items that make up the exam. Please note, insufficient access to the above materials can lead to delays in the evaluation and failures over the course examination to receive the credit recommendation. Footnote number 2, minimum score of the college credit. The minimum score of the college credit is the lowest score of the individual can attain and still be awarded credit based on the exam. Credit services, the following except for the review of the credit offers the wealth of the services to assist the support organization will meet the needs of the employees, clients, and other constituents, and they include credit registration, transcripts, services, college universal partnership, and the resource center. ACE Registry and Transcript Services. The Registry and Transcript Services provide official transcript of participation, successfully complete the course and course examination, certification, ACE credit recommendation, transcript registration, registry services staff the support client and student needs by working in the organization, determining any of the unique needs, training organization registers, online registration, setting up accounts for the organizational point of contact, assisting organization technical use issues relating to the transcript portal. College University Partnerships, College University Partnerships, or CUP, is the AC department of the promote the partnership for more effective pathways to attainment. The College University Partnership provide assistance for the individual institutions, statewide systems by offering templates for resource of the webinars for the credit recommendations prior to the learning and assessment of the degree of the completion of the program. This effort includes working on the post-secondary institution employer with other organizations, stakeholders to maximize collaborative efforts, increase the effective pathways of the post-secondary credentials, hosting webinars, technical services, special initiatives to support the work of the post-secondary institution and the learning they serve, troubleshooting any problems regarding the ACE credit recommendation transcript, Center for Education Attainment Invitations Resource Center. Staff of the Center for the Education Attainment Invitation Resource Center answers the question of the ACE transcript, the credit recommendations, provides resource for the assistant and adult learners. Student staff that are dedicated to help the adult learners comply with the credit recommendations of the college university. If the adult learner request for the transfer of the credit recommendation, the Resource Center may also be helpful. All right, Credit College University Network. The Credit College University Network, the group of more than 2,000 higher education institutions consider the credit recommendation for the transfer of the degree programs by recommending the credit recommendation member of the network advance for the support adult learner post-secondary attainment goals. To see which college universities are members of this network, visit the www.acenet.edu/program/CCRS/adult learners. Question. For answer for the transcript server of the College University Partnership or reach for the Resource Center, call the phone toll-free number to 866-205-6267 and email credit at acenet.edu. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8:45 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, frequently asked questions. What is a credit review? The credit review, the thorough process of determining the team of the faculty elevators from the relevant academic disciplines, review of the course examines if they appropriate to make the college a credit with the recommendation that may yields for the transfer of the degree programs. Actual credit awarded solely with the discretion of the college university. What are the benefits of credit review? The credit review bridges the gap between the extra institutional learning college degree programs that adult learners may be aligned with the learning of the professional education training of the college credit with the facility except for the degree programs. Organization employer increase the employer with the satisfaction and retention education in addition with the significant cost service savings, reducing the need for the tuition assistance dollars. All right. Thorough credit register transcripts over the adult learning who have successfully completed the course exams will be validated with the credit recommendation. Can request full official transcripts. Can make organization receive the retroactive credit. Retroactive credit may be granted with the organization by a case-to-case basis by up to 6 months, and appears in the responsibility of the organization to alert credit and the staff of the retroactive credit is desired. In addition, the organization must be provided with a supporting document to justify retroactive credit. These documentations included, but not limited to, sample the graded student assessment syllabi and lessons. Why should our organization seek credit recommendation? Credit recommendation gives your training recognition. These distinction credit recommendation courses have a rigorous and judicious, reliable third-party evaluation process. Every aspect of the credit recommended course of the facility to be teaching with the staff of the have been reviewed and analyzed. Evaluated qualified objective post-secondary faculty subject matter experts. Credits helps organization increase your training return on investment. And this was the copy of the your ACE credit American Council Education College Credit Recommendation Services or credit guide to initiating a credit review.